Quit your 9 to 5 and make content creation. Hold on. Perfect. I knew that's it. If you guys want to make content creation your full-time thing because you're sick and tired of being sick and tired at work and you're ready to let that job go, you're ready to do what you want to do, I need you to put a 1 in the chat because I want to know who wants to turn content creation into their 9 to 5. Who is sick and tired of being sick and tired? Who is tired of being overworked and underpaid? Who is tired of having to ask for permission to take a vacation, to leave work early so you can go to a doctor's appointment? Who's just sick and tired of their coworkers and all of the drama that they start? Who is sick and tired of living paycheck to paycheck? Who is sick and tired of robbing Paul to pay Peter? Who is sick and tired of management and the annual raises that's complete BS, right? You work so hard all year just to get a 2% raise. Who is sick and tired of not being able to afford the life that they want to live? Who is sick and tired of not being able to do the things that they want to do every single day at work, right? Who is sick and tired of being sick and tired? Put a 1 in the chat if you want to turn in your 9 to 5. If you want to make content creation your new 9 to 5, I want you to put a 1 in the chat. Put a 1 in the chat if you are ready to be a full-time creator. You've been thinking about this for a while. You know this is what you want to do, but maybe you just don't know where to get started. You don't know how to start. You're not too sure where to post. You're not too sure about a lot of things. Maybe you just have low self-esteem, low confidence when it comes to these things. Maybe you just care too much about what people think. Put a 1 in the chat so I can know how to help you. If you are ready to turn content creation into a 9 to 5, I want you to put a 1 in the chat. Put a 1 in the chat. Let's start talking. Let's start manifesting this lifestyle. My name is Jasmine, by the way. I have been a full-time content creator for 5 years, and I want to tell you guys what I know, what I've done, and how I've been able to do the things that I do, creating the content that I create. And I don't work a 9 to 5 anymore. I used to, and let me tell you, it was the most miserable time of my life. I hated my 9 to 5. I was depressed, I was angry, I was irritated, all the things, because I felt trapped there. I knew I needed to pay my bills, and I was so concerned about what other people were gonna think if I quit my job. I was making good money at that 9 to 5. I was making really good money, you guys. I was single, no kids. I had a great apartment, great car. I was literally living the American dream. I even bought a house. I even bought a house, a nice house. But yet I was still freaking miserable. I hated that job because I hated management and they hated me. I'm gonna just be real. I hated management and they hated me, so it was an even exchange of hate there, right? I hated that job because I just didn't like what I was doing. I was working in a lab, and honestly, I thought I would like working in a lab. It was fresh out of college, but I realized I don't like working in a lab. But every time I tried to find a new job, the problem was they weren't going to pay me as much, and I needed the money that I was already making because that's the lifestyle I had created for myself, right? I didn't want to downsize. I didn't want to downsize life. So I just dealt with being miserable, okay? Having to ask for permission to take vacation, getting in trouble if you're 5 minutes late, living paycheck to paycheck, right? You work so hard all year just to get a 2% raise, okay? Doing things every single day that I didn't like doing and having to thug it out for 8 hours out the day just to come home and be miserable and have no energy to do anything else. Been there, done that. But let me tell you something about creating content and the beauty of creating content. It's not like that. I decide when I'm going to work. I decide what kind of content I'm going to create. I decide my schedule. If you are ready to turn content creation into your 9 to 5, put a 1 in the chat. These platforms are paying you guys, and I want to tell you exactly what I know so that you can start making money on these platforms too. From TikTok to YouTube to Instagram to Threads to Twitch to Kick to Facebook. You guys, these platforms are paying. Their online money is real. It's real. It's not fake. It's not a joke. And I'm going to tell you guys what I know so that you can be on your way to making money on these platforms so that you can also quit your 9 to 5. So put a 1 in the chat if you want to turn content creation into your full-time job, okay? If you want to be your own boss, if you want to set your own schedule, if you want to create the type of content you want to create, put a 1 in the chat. Let me know who's here and who's ready for this information I'm about to drop on you guys so that you can finally start to grow your platforms. You can finally start to create the content you want to create. You can finally start to feel confident in what you're doing. Hi, hello, hello, good morning, good morning. So put a 1 in the chat if you are ready to get this information. I'm going to be giving you guys some tips on how to get started on your content creation journey so that you can start making money on Threads, on Instagram, on YouTube, on TikTok, on Twitch, on Kick. You guys, these platforms are really paying. I'm going to school, but not now. Listen, you can still work a full-time job and be a content creator. Thank you for the follow the reel. You can still go to school and be a content creator. This is the beauty. People think that you can't do these things, but you can. I'm here to tell you that you can. All right. So I need you guys to put a 1 in the chat. Let me know who wants to turn their 9 to 5 into creating content. Don't be shy. I'm giving you guys the tips. I want to know who's sick and tired of being sick and tired and who's ready to change their life. Who is ready to finally do the things that they want to do? The real said 1. Thank you. I'm glad somebody want to know. Somebody wants to know. Put a 1 in the chat, you guys. Don't be shy. Don't be shy. I'm going to tell you guys what I did, how I make my money, and how you guys can start earning money off of these platforms as well, so that you can eventually turn content creation into your 9 to 5 and finally do the things that you want to do. So first and foremost, what I want you guys to understand, number 1, write this down. Make sure you guys have a pen and paper so you write this down. Number 1, I want you guys to find your niche. Find your niche. Now, some of you guys are wondering, how do I find my niche? This is what I want you to do. I want you to do something. Thank you for thank you for subscribing. Thank you. I'm also on TikTok Live. Just so you guys know, I'm on TikTok and I'm on YouTube. First and foremost, I want you guys to find a niche. I want you guys to dig deep in your soul and figure out what it is that you really like to do. What is your passion? What kind of things do you really enjoy? The best advice I have for you in choosing this niche is, what would you do for free? What would you do for free? Once you can establish what you would do for free, that's how you know where your passion really is. Because only someone who really likes something is going to do that thing for free. Let's just be real, okay? My name is Jasmine, so let's just be real, all right? So maybe you really like hair. You would do hair for free. Maybe you really like makeup. Maybe you really like fitness. I'm in the fitness and weight loss realm. Maybe you really like interior design. Maybe you really like budget shopping. Maybe you like fashion. Like, whatever it is that you would do for free, that's the niche that you need to choose, because that's how you're gonna stay consistent, you guys. That's how you're going to be able to get up and do it every single day, because it's something that you really like to do. The problem is when we choose niches that we don't like and we're only doing it because we heard that it gets a lot of views, it's gonna be really hard for you to stay consistent. Think about it. Like, for instance, if I don't really like golf, okay? I don't watch golf, I don't play golf, but let's say that the niche of golf is a very popular niche and people are getting hundreds and thousands of views, right? And I choose to do golf as my niche because I want to ride that wave. I'm not going to be consistent with it because it's not something I enjoy and it's not something that I like, okay? So you need to choose a niche that you really, really enjoy, all right? And it could be literally anything. Stop overthinking every single thing. Thank you for the follow. If you really like a certain thing, then that's what you need to do. That's what you need to do. That's where your passion is. That's where your heart is. Do I make myself very clear? That's what you need to do, all right? So that was number 1, finding your niche. And also, you guys, don't put yourself in a box. Just because my niche is fitness and weight loss doesn't mean that I can't make content about if I went on a vacation, or it doesn't mean that I can't do a hair tutorial, or it doesn't mean that I can't do a makeup tutorial if I do makeup, right? Like, don't put yourself in such a closed box, okay? You can still do other things, but at least with your niche, you know what you're focusing on, okay? My name is Jasmine. All right, are you guys ready for tip number 2? Put a 2 in the chat if you are ready for tip number 2. I'm going to tell you guys how I was able to turn content creation into my full-time job. I do this full-time, and I want to share the knowledge with you guys. So if you are looking to quit your job, if you hate your job, if you want a way out, if you want to be a content creator, but you're not too sure where to start, this is the live for you. I'm dropping all of the tea so that you can be well on your way to making content and being confident in your content creation journey. Period, point blank. Put a 2 in the chat if you're ready for number 2. Put a 2 in the chat if you are ready for number 2. I am dropping the tea on how you can be a full-time content creator. And those of you guys who are new here, my name is Jasmine. Welcome. I have been a full-time creator for 5 years. 5 years I have been a full-time creator. This is how I pay my bills. This is how I eat. All of the things, okay? Online money is real. It's not fake. It is real. What you've heard is really what's going on the internet, okay? You can make money on these platforms, whether it's through YouTube, Instagram, Twitch, Kick, Threads is paying. You guys, there is money on here. You do not have to stay miserable at your 9 to 5. Being at your 9 to 5 is a choice, all right? It is a choice. You can do this too. There are hundreds and thousands of creators who are making money on these platforms. The difference is they have the confidence to do it, and maybe you don't yet. Emphasis on the word yet. But it's coming. We get in there. We're going to get you right. We are going to get you there. So if you want to make money online, if you want to be a full-time creator, if you want to set your own schedule, if you want to be in control of your own 24 hours, if you no longer want to live paycheck to paycheck, if you don't want to feel overworked and underpaid, put a 2 in the chat, because I am dropping the knowledge. User said, not me. Listen, this is real. Internet money is real. This is not a facade. This is what's really going on, all right? So put a 2 in the chat if you are ready for tip number 2 on how you're going to become a full-time creator. The first one, for those of you guys who are just joining, I love working paycheck to paycheck, and that's fine. That is totally fine. If that's for you, that's for you. What is for you is for you, and I love it if you love it, okay? This live is for people who want to get out of the 9 to 5, who want to be full-time content creators, who want to create the content that they want to create. This is for you, all right? So the first one we said was finding a niche and not just going off of trends, right? We're not just gonna choose a niche that we've heard is going viral or it's going to get us a lot of views. We're going to choose a niche that we actually enjoy, okay? Because that's how we're going to stay consistent. You can't be successful in content creation if you don't know how to be consistent. So the easiest way to be consistent is to do something that you actually like to do. We don't want this to feel like a job, you guys. You're already coming from a place where you don't like, right? You're 9 to 5. We've already established that. You don't like your 9 to 5. You're ready to do something different, okay? So why would you go into something different and then still feel like you're working a job? Because it's not something that you even like to do, okay? Bye, thank you so much for hanging out. So we're not going into this looking for another job. So that's number 1. Number 2, you can still do other things. Just because you've decided what your niche is, you can still do other things. This is just where you're gonna start. This is just gonna be the premise of your content, okay? So for instance, if I do weight loss and fitness content, I could still make videos about doing my hair or doing my makeup. If I do my makeup, right? I can still do those things. So don't put yourself in such a closed box, all right? Number 2, this is a big one, write this one down. You will no longer be concerned about what people you know or people on the internet say about you. I'm gonna say that one more time for the people in the back. You will no longer be worried about what people around you say and or what the internet says. From here on out, you're gonna do what's best for you despite the opinions of others. Some of you guys are so held up on making content because you're so focused on what other people around you are going to think and or say. And I'm here to tell you that none of that matters. Are they paying your bills? Are they putting a roof over your head? Are they paying your phone bill? If the answer is no to any of those questions, you shouldn't care what they have to say about what you're doing. Period, point blank. This life that we're in now is about you. It's not about them. It's about you. We only have one life to live. Let's stop living our life to please other people, because you've been doing that for too long. You've been doing it for too long. So from here on out, you are going to live the life that you want to live, and you're going to focus on pleasing yourself. We're not living trapped and worried about other people's opinions no more. Okay? So that's number 2. I used to always be so worried about what other people were going to say before I started creating content. And because I couldn't get out of my head, I was spending years so worried about them that I didn't even start. We're not doing that anymore. We are going to turn content creation into our 9 to 5. We're going to eventually quit our jobs. We're going to eventually own our own 24 hours. We are going to make money on these platforms. We're going to create the type of content we want to create, and we are going to live in our truth, and we are going to be happy with ourselves. Period, point blank. Do I make myself clear? Put a 3 in the chat if you feeling what I'm putting down. Put a 3 in the chat. If you are feeling what I'm putting down, put a 3 in the chat. Welcome, you guys. For those of y'all who are new here, my name is Jasmine. I have been a full-time creator for 5 years, and I'm teaching you guys how to do it too. There is really money on these platforms. I own my own 24 hours. I no longer live paycheck to paycheck. I run my schedule. I create the type of content I want to create, and I look forward to every single day because I am doing what it is that I want to do. All right. And I'm teaching you guys how to do it too. So we talked about niches and we talked about not worrying about what people think. Put a 3 in the chat if you're ready for number 3. Put a 3 in the chat if you're ready for number 3. Put a 3 in the chat. I'm telling you guys how we are going to turn content creation into our 9 to 5. How we're going to make money on these platforms. Put a 3 in the chat. Don't be shy. Don't be shy. Internet money is real, you guys. It's a real thing. It's not pretend. It's not make believe. You can really make money on these platforms. I'm giving you guys the tea to get started. Where you at? Where you at? Where you at? Where you at though? Where are you at? So number 3, you guys. Number 3. Well, we talked about this one yesterday, so let's not do that one again. Okay, here we go. Are y'all ready for number 3? Nobody put a 3 in the chat. Nobody put a 3 in the chat. Thank you. Nobody put a 3 in the chat. So no one's ready for tip number 3, or how you gonna be a full-time content creator? How you gonna turn content into making money? You're gonna switch out your 9 to 5 for content creation. You're gonna live the life you wanna live and create the type of content you want to create. Nobody's ready for that. Nobody wants to know. Nobody wants to know. Okay, so we talked about niches. We talked about not worrying about what people had to say, right? So number 3, write this down. We're gonna focus on building a strong community, all right? So this is what I want you to do. I no longer want you to focus on views. I no longer want you to focus on going viral. I want you to focus on resonating with your audience. I want you to focus on adding value to your audience. And whatever niche you choose, we are focused on adding value. Are you teaching? Are you entertaining? Like, what is it that you're doing? What is your goal? Hi, Eric. And then you're going to add value. So for me, my content is weight loss and fitness. I have been documenting my weight loss journey. I've lost over 100 pounds. So I add value to my audience by showing them things that I've learned, showing them things that I have been doing to get the weight off, okay? That's adding value. I'm showing them my workouts. I'm showing them what kind of foods I've been eating to lose weight. I'm showing them the things that go on in my head and trying to stay motivated and inspired. That's adding value. So whatever niche you chose to do or you want to do, you also have to figure out a way to add value so that your audience can resonate with you and watch your content, okay? Add value. And another thing when it comes to building an audience, you guys, is you have to respond to comments and you need to go live. Respond to comments, go live, okay? Say it one more time. You're gonna respond to comments and you're gonna go live. That is how you build an audience. If you want to make money online, if you want to make more money on these platforms, you have got to build an audience, okay? Period. So, add value, respond to comments, go live, and talk to your community. Let's put the social back in social media. Sound good? Fair enough? All right. Are y'all ready for number 4? If you're ready for number 4, put a 4 in the chat. We are talking about how to turn our 9 to 5 into content creation, how to become full-time content creators. Put a 4 in the chat. We talked about niches, we talked about not caring what people think, and then we just talked about creating a strong community, building a community, putting the social back in social media, talking to your audience, engaging, resonating with your audience, adding value. So let me give you another example for adding value. Let's say you are a foodie, right? Maybe you like to try different restaurants and that's the type of content you want to create. You could add value by giving honest reviews about the food that you go to, the food that you eat, how was the service, how were the prices, right? That's adding value so the people watching, they know what to expect if they choose to go to that restaurant that you reviewed. You get what I'm saying? So that's how you're going to add value, all right? Number 4, are you ready for number 4? Number 4 is we're going to be consistent. Consistency. Yes, we're going to be consistent. Consistency is key. Listen. I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but sometimes that's just what I do best. Okay? I am really good at telling you the truth. All right, that's why I only want to work with individuals who are dead ass serious about being full-time creators. If you still kind of have got one foot in and one foot out, that's fine. You're just not ready yet, and that's totally fine. I apply the same thing with weight loss. You might want to lose weight, but you're not too sure if you're ready to give it everything, right? You just kind of you a little short, but you're not all the way sure. Okay, the same applies with content creation. You have to be 1,000% in order to make something shake. You have to be consistent, okay? Let me tell you something. Posting once a month is not consistency. I'm gonna say that one more time for the people in the back. Posting once a month is not being consistent, okay? It's not. So what is consistent, Jazz? What should I be expecting every day? Every day. I want you to post every single day, especially when you are first starting this. You just made your Instagram, or you just made your YouTube channel, you just made your TikTok, you just made your Threads, whatever platforms you made. I want you to be ready to be consistent. Every single day, you need to be posting. It takes 2 seconds to hit upload. True or false? It takes 2 seconds to hit upload. So every day, I don't care how many hours you worked on the job. If you really want this, like you say you do, if you really want to be a full-time creator, I'm telling you what it takes. You have to post every single day. The algorithms reward creators who post regularly, all right? And we are no longer going to compare what a creator who's been doing it for X amount of years to us. You have to understand, you're not them, and they're not you. And they started before you. They have more experience than you. They have a bigger audience than you. So you can't look at a certain creator and be like, well, they only post once every 2 weeks. How long have they been doing it, and how loyal is their community? So you can't even compare yourself to them. It's every day. Every day. Now, this is the beauty. You can post the same content on the other platforms. This is another thing, write this down. We are going to build 3 platforms simultaneously, okay? We're not just gonna focus on one, we're not just gonna focus on 2, we're gonna focus on at least 3, if not more. But I need you to start growing 3. So whatever you put on YouTube, you could put on Instagram and TikTok. YouTube has YouTube Shorts. YouTube Shorts is a great way to get eyes on your content. Okay, long form is great too. I do a lot of long form videos on YouTube as well, but shorts is great. Shorts is great. YouTube Shorts is a great way to get eyes on your content. Write that down. So whatever YouTube short you post on YouTube, you can post it on Instagram, and you can post it on TikTok, and you can post it on Threads, and you can post it on Facebook. Look, I just told y'all how you gonna pop off 5 platforms, but we're gonna at least grow 3. So I am on Instagram, TikTok, Threads, YouTube, and what did I say? Let me tell you again. I'm on YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, and Threads. Okay? So I'm on 4. And I also have multiple YouTube channels. So I want you guys to understand you're gonna grow at least 3 YouTube channels. Thank you so much for the like. We're growing at least 3 simultaneously, because if something happens to one, we still got the others, right? Let's collect a bag from all the platforms, not just one. Let's collect this bag from YouTube. Let's collect this bag from Instagram. Let's collect this bag from Threads, right? All right, so we're growing 3. Are y'all ready for tip number 5? We are going to turn content creation into our 9 to 5. Are you ready for this? Where you at? Where you at? Where you at? Put a 5 in the chat if you're ready for tip number 5. Sorry about that. All right, so we talked about niches. We talked about not worrying about what people think. We talked about being consistent, right? What was the other one we talked about? We talked about something else. Oh, building a brand, how to build a strong community, right? All right, number 5. Are you ready for number 5? Where y'all at? Where y'all at? Also, you guys, make sure you share this. Share this live with people who you know who also want to be creators. Let's not gatekeep. Let's not be secretive about the information. Let's share it so other people can do it too. There's enough room for everybody, all right? Everybody can do this. The problem is they just don't know about it. All right, so number 5, I want you to focus on being yourself. This is how your content gets successful, by being yourself. This is how you build your community, not being who you think other people want you to be, but being who you are. This is why I talked about the importance of choosing a niche of something that you would do for free. That's how you know you really love that thing, okay? Because it's something that you would do for free. Okay, not saying that you're not gonna make money off of it, because we are gonna make money off of it, but it's the level of how much you love that thing will determine if it's something you'd be willing to do for free, all right? I love to work out so much that I would do it for free, and I was doing it for free because I really love to weightlift. I love talking about encouraging other people to be content creators because this is really what I do for free. I really have people in the gym who ask me questions on how to be content creators, and I will literally have a full-blown conversation with them, and it's for free. Okay, so that's how I know what kind of stuff I really enjoy, because it's something that I would do for free. So when it comes to being yourself, you have to be in a niche. You have to be in that niche that you really love, because it's something that you could do all day long, and it's authentically you. Like, that's just really what you like. There's no facade, there's no fakeness, there's no pretending. That's really who you are. That's really what you like, and it overflows through you. Your audience will see how much you really like it, because it really is what you like. So that's what makes your content so good. Good morning, Toy, because that's really what you like. And people can see that. It's not fake, all right? If you want to build a strong community, you have to be you. But the problem is, this is the problem, and we're gonna address it. The problem is, you may not even know you. You might not know you, because your whole life you have been doing what other people want you to do. How do I know that? Because that was my life. I never knew what I liked. I never knew what I wanted to do, because I always allowed other people to make a decision for me, all right? My grandma wanted me to go to college, so I went to college. My mom wanted me to be a doctor, so I was studying to go to medical school. I never knew what Jasmine wanted to do, because I was always allowing other people to tell me, okay? So that's why I said, when you're choosing your niche, if you choose what you would do for free, that's how you know you really like that thing, because you would do it for free. Yes, Toy, it's true. It's so true. And listen, it's nothing to be embarrassed of or ashamed of. I think a lot of us go through that, or have went through that, all right? I'm stuck on that now. I don't know what Toy wants to do. And try a whole bunch of stuff. It's okay to change your mind. I think sometimes we think that once we make a decision, like, you have to lock into that. I am the biggest advocate of you trying 1,010 things, because that's the only way you're really gonna know what you like. When I first started my YouTube channel, I thought I wanted to do makeup. I don't even like makeup, but I thought that's what I needed to do, because that's what other women were doing, and I saw how many views they were getting on their content, and I was like, oh, well, I mean, I want to be successful too. No, I'm not on live. I'm not on Instagram live right now. I'm on TikTok live. I was like, well, I want to be successful too, so I'm gonna do makeup too, Grand Rising. And then I was doing it, and I was like, I don't even really like doing this shit. I don't have the patience for this. And so I stopped. But you're never gonna know. Sometimes you don't know, and that's okay to not know, right? It's totally fine. So try a whole bunch of stuff, and then see where you fit, because there's so many different things you could do on social. That's the beauty of it. There's so many things, and you're going to build a community of people who also like those things that you're doing. Okay, and then also, when you build a strong community, as your life changes, they still follow you. All right, so I don't have kids yet, but I know that when I do have kids, because I built such a strong community on my other platforms that when I do decide to have a baby, I can start incorporating some baby content or whatever, and they'll still rock with it because they rock with me, right? I have creators that I was watching and they were doing something else like 3 and 4 years ago, but because I love who they are, I love their personality, as their life changes and shifts, I'm still there with them front and center because I just love them, right? So that's the beauty of creating a strong community, all right? Because our life changes. You might get married, you might move, you might do something else, right? But because you built that strong community and you're not focused on views, but you're focused on adding value, as your life changes, which it will, it always does, you can always incorporate content for your new life, and your audience will still be with you, right? Because they've grown to love you as a person, right? Okay, so that's the importance of building a community, and that's the importance of being yourself, which all flows back to choosing a niche that is true to you, not just for some views, but because it's something that you really are passionate about, because you have to be consistent. And it's hard to be consistent on something that you don't like. Been there, done that, that's how I know. That's how I know. Listen, I can only tell you what I know from experience. I've been there and I've done it. It's so much easier for me to make weight loss and fitness content and motivational content because that's really true to my heart. And I do that for free. I do motivate people for free, right? I do work out for free. I do eat healthy for free. That's really who I am. So it makes it so much easier to make content on that every single day and be myself while doing it because it's true to my heart. All right? I'm not going to make golfing content because I don't know the first thing about golf, right? So it would come off fake. You would know, like, she seemed a little awkward. So the question is now, you guys, all right, we got some good information. We got some good feedback. How do we get started? If you guys want to know how you get started, put a 5 in the chat. Put a 5 in the chat if you're ready to get started. How are we going to take this information that we learned through this live and start executing so we can turn content creation into our 9 to 5? So put a 5 in the chat if you're ready to start this. Let's get going. Let's listen. We got some good information. We're hyped up. We're motivated. Now the question is, how do we get started? Put a 5 in the chat if you want to know how we're going to go ahead and get started on creating this content. And I know some of you guys, you want to do it, but you're still shy. And that's okay because I got a solution for you. Okay. So how do we get started with this? First, what I want you to do, I want you to figure out which platforms you want to be on. Okay? And don't feel bad if you get on a platform and then you decide this isn't your platform. I was on Twitch for a while, and it's a great platform. I got monetized on there. I think I had like 800 followers on there, but I realized like that's, at this moment in time, that's just not the platform for me. So I'm no longer on there. I mean, the account is still there, but I'm not pouring into it and nurturing it, right? And that's okay, that's gonna happen. You might realize that you like a different platform better than another one, right? That's totally fine. Same thing goes with creating content and choosing a niche. You might try one niche and then you realize, you know what, I don't think this is the niche for me, excuse me. So then you'll switch and do something else. It happens, it just is what it is. But I want you to at least have a baseline on where you want to start. And then of course you can change it from there. Why can't I send super chats? This YouTube channel is not monetized. The YouTube channel that we're talking on right now, this one is not monetized. So I believe that's why you cannot send a super chat. I'm sorry. But if you want to, you can send a super chat or super thanks to my other YouTube channel through like a comment or something like that. They're linked on my channel if you would like to support me that way. I appreciate that. So we are going to make these accounts, okay? So you're gonna come up with a username. You're gonna figure out what kind of niche you wanna start at least, like where you wanna start. And you're gonna get going. So you might be shy. You might be like, okay, oh gosh, now it's time to do this. What do we do? Okay, let me help you get out of your shyness. Okay, this is what we're gonna do. Okay, thanks, love your glasses. Thank you so much. All right, so this is how we're gonna get out of our shyness. This is how we're gonna overcome the fear of recording for those of you guys who are struggling with that. So I want you to do. I want you to take your phone, okay? Just hit record. You can have it on front facing or back facing, whichever one you want to do. I just want you to talk. We're not even going to post it yet. If you want to post it, post it. Like, yes, post. But if you're not there yet, it's okay. We're just trying to get out of our shy phase. We're trying to get more comfortable with just being ourselves and, not feeling awkward and overthinking. So you're just going to record yourself, just talking to the camera. And it doesn't even have to be about anything specific. Just start talking. Whatever comes to mind, just talk. Just focus on being you. Like if you was sitting in front of your girlfriends or whatever, how would you be acting? That's what we're practicing, right? Because eventually we want your personality to shine through your content. I don't want you to hold back. I don't want you to be too shy to show someone that you're goofy or to show your audience that you're more stern or whatever makes you you, right? So we're gonna practice. So just record yourself talking, say whatever comes to mind, ramble, whatever. I just want you to get out of your shyness. Once you've done that a couple of times and you start to feel a little bit more comfortable, I talk to myself all the time anyways too. I have full-blown conversations with myself. I'm glad we're here. I'm glad we're there. Perfect. I'm glad it's not just me. Okay, so once you get out of that, then what you can start doing is you can start posting. Just start posting. We're not worried about views. We're not worried about how many shares or if it doesn't get a comment. We're literally just focusing on how to be ourselves. That's all we're focusing on, okay? We're focusing on how to get comfortable. We're focusing on how to be more confident in our content so that it shows to our audience how confident we are, right? That's all we're working on. As you continue to do stuff, you guys, I want y'all to realize this. The more you do stuff, the easier it gets, naturally, without you even trying. You probably can't remember, but there was a time where you didn't know how to read. There was a time when you were trying to read to your parents and you were stumbling over the words, you had to sound it out, you didn't know what it meant, or you might even said a completely wrong word. But as you kept doing it, you got better and better. And now it's to the point where you can read a sentence and you don't even realize you're reading because it's so natural. The same applies with anything that you do, right? Have you noticed? It also applies with content. The more reps that you do, the more videos that you make, the more times you go live, the more long form videos that you do, it naturally gets better because you're just getting more and more used to doing it, okay? The reason why it's so hard for you to do it now, or the reason why you're overthinking everything now, is because you just haven't done it enough times. But after your 500th video, I promise you, you're gonna be a complete natural. You're probably like, 500, wow, yes. But trust me when I tell you, after your 500th video, you're gonna be so natural, you're not even gonna realize that you're recording yourself. Like that's how natural you'll be, okay? So let's get out of our head and let's stop overthinking. And let's focus on being ourselves, who we really are, like what makes us us, right? You might be goofy as hell. Show that through your content, don't try to tone that in. People love a good laugh. People love to feel comfortable, right? So in order to get that out of you, for those of you guys who are camera shy, you're just gonna start by practicing just recording yourself. Just talking, whatever. And over time, if you're doing that, you're gonna become more and more you. Listen, I cannot make this up. I cannot make this up. I'm telling you guys, listen, I am telling you, you're gonna start being overcritical of yourself too. And you're gonna stop overthinking everything that you do. I have noticed that the content that I create, especially when I was just getting going, the content I created that I cared the least about, that I was just like, F it, I'm just gonna post it. I felt like there was 1,020 things wrong with it, but I was too lazy to fix it, and I just posted it, was always the content that did the best. Always was the content that got the highest amount of engagement. The ones where I literally stopped caring. And was like, I'm just gonna post it. I kid you not, the videos where I spent the most amount of time editing, where I'd spend the most amount of time clipping and cutting, and no one cared about those ones. So that taught me to stop caring. Like I care about creating a content and adding value, but I stopped caring about all of the specifics and trying to be perfect because it never mattered. It never mattered. It's just all in your head. And the stuff that you're overthinking, I promise you, someone else who's watching it, they don't even see what you see. Isn't that how that always works? It's crazy, right? She said, I talk to myself and my dog all the time anyways. Yes. Seriously, I have full conversations. I am my own best friend. So stop overthinking it. I'm telling you, if your nail is chipped, still record the content. Nobody cares about your freaking nails. If your hair isn't done, it's okay. Just throw that shit in a bun and call it a day and record your content. Like it doesn't matter. I promise you, it really doesn't matter. It really doesn't matter. We overthink the most for no reason. All right. So let's get out of our head. Let's just start posting. Let's just start being ourselves. Let's just start adding value. And the longer you hold on to stuff because you're so fearful of whatever you think is going to happen, the longer you're stagnating your growth. The longer you're holding up becoming a full-time creator, okay? We're not doing that anymore. We're not going to do that no more. We're not doing that, okay? We're not holding ourselves up anymore. We're going to get to this because online money is real. This is a real thing, all right? So this is what I want to show you guys. If you click on the link in my bio and go to my link tree, I want you to click on the second link, Become a Content Creator. It is an ebook that I designed, I created to really help you get going on your content creation journey. Talking about niches to adding value to your community. Talking about how to stay consistent, how to plan your content creation, right? For those of you guys who are strapped for time, you might not have as much time as I have or the next person has, but you still have time, okay? You still have time. So coming up with a strategy on how you're going to incorporate creating content during the free time that you have. We're talking about how to set goals, achievable goals, not absurd goals, but goals that you can actually reach and manage so that you can become more confident on your content creation journey and start to hit new milestones, okay? So there's a whole bunch of things that you're getting in here. It's an ebook, how to build a community, creating compelling content, identifying your niche, understanding how to be creative in the first place, all of those things, all right? You're also gonna get instant access to my Telegram room, so you can ask me any questions in there that you may have. And you're also gonna be around other people who are content creators. That's the beauty of being around like-minded people. You're gonna get a self-love workbook, and you're also going to get 1,000 affirmations so you can speak positively to yourself every single day, all day long, and pour positivity into your soul, all right? So it's only $49.99. I also have reviews here because I want you guys to make a sound decision before you purchase, so read through those. And then once you're still convinced that this is the content creation book for you, you can make your purchase. You can also use Afterpay or Klarna. It's up to you. It's only going to be 4 payments of $12.50, so not bad at all. And you will be well on your way to becoming a full-time creator, okay? So it's the second link on my link tree. And remember, you guys, you will get access to the Telegram room. So like I said, you would just click the link right here, the link tree link, and go to the second link, Become a Content Creator. And you'll be able to get that, okay? Is it on Amazon? It's on Linktree. It's on my Linktree. So YouTube, you would have to just click on my channel. Click on my channel, and then you'll see it right there in my description. It's the very first Linktree link, and then you'll go down to the second one where it says Become a Content Creator. Matter of fact, let me see if I can pull it up for you guys on my laptop. Because YouTube is a little bit different. TikTok is a lot easier for you guys to access the links. Give me 1 second. Of course I'm not signed in. Why would I be signed in the middle of a live? That doesn't even make sense. Bear with me 1 second. I'll try to pull it up. All right, here we go. Do you guys have any questions for me when it comes to anything that you're trying to do with content creation or believing in yourself or just anything? All right, YouTube. So this is the YouTube channel that we're on, Minnie Chats. So all you would do is go to my YouTube channel, and you'll just click on the Linktree link right here. And then it's the second one, Become a Content Creator. It'll take you right there. All right, and again, I marked it down while we're on live. So the original price is $69.99, but because we're on live, I decided to take $20 off. So you'll get that, you'll get the ebook, you'll get the access to the Telegram room, you'll get to ask me any questions that you have and all the things. You also get your self-love workbook, 1,000 affirmations. And remember, you guys, the ebook is a great tool to help you get started, all right? From choosing a niche, to understanding how to build a community, to understanding what creates good content in the first place. Well, we already talked about one, which is being yourself and the importance of that, building a strong community, okay? Also just talked about the importance of being consistent and how that's really going to help your growth as a creator overall, okay? Thank you so much. And so I really want you to work through it. Don't BS it, like really work through it. Because if you want this as much as you say you do, you have to put in the work, okay? And then don't forget, you're also gonna get access to that Telegram room so that you can ask me any questions. You're around other creators who are trying to get started, all those things. So it's just a community of all of us to just really get going and to just help you feel more motivated, inspired, all the things. And then of course you get the self-love workbook and the 1,000 affirmations. And I will pull it up. 1 second. Hold on. I have to clear the cache on this because everything is just moving so slow. Do you guys have any questions for me while I pull up the ebook so you guys can see what's going on in there? Feel free to ask, you guys. This is the time. Don't be shy. Y'all been shy all live. Don't be shy. I promise I won't bite. I promise I won't bite. Let's see. All right. Here we go. Perfect. All right. Listen, I used to think MacBooks were the best books, but honestly, did you really write this book? Of course I really wrote it. Yes, I really wrote it. I used to think MacBooks were the best laptops, but honestly, I don't think so anymore. All right, so this is the ebook here. Becoming a content creator and how to build income, all right? So just what you're going to get, like your beginning, unleashing your creative potential, identifying your niche, identifying your niche, creating content, establishing your online presence, and then the conclusion, okay? So I want you guys to really work through this. It's really here as a guide and a resource for you guys to just really get started. This is just an intro, just introducing who I am, what I've been able to accomplish, all those things, okay? So work through it, read through it, do the exercises. Really, the more you put into it, the more you're gonna get out of it, okay? Yes, it's very interesting. And remember, you guys, it's marked down. It's $49.99. Once the live is over, I will take the price back up to the $69.99. But I want you guys to get it while it's on sale so you can get that extra savings, okay? Okay. Do you guys have any more questions for me? Feel free to ask. It's called Becoming a Content Creator. It's the second link, Lord, sorry you guys. It's the second link on my link tree, all right? So work through that ebook, do what it says, all of the things. Truth Finder said, no disrespect, do you have training or credentials to be on here? Teaching, getting funds. I have all of the credentials to teach and get funds. If you don't like what I'm talking about, you are more than likely to remove yourself. See, this is what we're talking about. Not caring what people think. I told you and I warned you guys, as you grow, as your platforms grow, you will start to get trolls. It just comes with the territory. So when you're asking God to bless you with things, I also want you guys to ask him, if you're religious, spiritual, whatever, I also want you guys to ask him to have the mindset to be able to handle the things that you are asking him to bless you with, okay? So if you are manifesting a life of being a full-time creator, I want you to also understand that you need to build the thick skin that comes along with being a full-time creator, okay? Which is having naysayers and having people who are going to try to bring you down, but that doesn't mean you stop what you're doing, you just proceed, okay? You just wipe it off and keep moving, period. Period. Do you guys have any other questions? That's my biggest problem, having thick skin. Oh, baby, we gonna get that thick skin. That skin gonna be so thick, it's gonna be a callus. You ain't even gonna cut through it. You're not even gonna be able to cut through it. Listen, that's why I want you guys in the Telegram room, because I'm spitting information on how to stay consistent, how to stay motivated, how to believe in yourself, how to know that you are her, you are him. You are all of the above. And don't ever let anyone take you off course. Never. Because they will try. They will try. Especially when they see you doing good. Especially when they see you getting things popping. So it's gonna be the private room. You get access to that with the purchase of the ebook. It's a Telegram room. It's an app. It's an app on your phone. It looks like this. It looks like a little envelope. Well, like a mail symbol app right here. So it's kind of like a Facebook Messenger. It's like that. So, but yes, you'll get, if you don't have Telegram, you would have to just download Telegram real quick, and then you'll get the link for the Telegram room so that you can access it. Yes, exactly, like a messenger app. Exactly. See, I'm gonna get you right. Do you guys have any questions? Remember, we talked about niches, building a community, and how to build a strong community, right? How to be yourself, how to get out of your head and stop caring about what people think. We talked about how to be consistent, right? We talked about posting every day. We talked about how to get out of your head when it comes to uploading, how you're going to practice just recording yourself, talking to yourself or whatever. You're welcome. We talked about all of these things, okay? So you guys got a lot of good information. I want you to start utilizing it, all right? Don't just listen and not do it. You got some good information. I hope you took notes. So now you have to actually do what we talked about, right? So that's what I want you guys to work on, okay? I'll be back on live in a little bit. I wanted you guys to take advantage of the special. Remember, it's $69.99, but I took it down to $49.99. So I took $20 off, and you can put it on Afterpay or Klarna, okay? And it's another tool to help you get started, organize your ideas, get everything in one centralized place, learn even more. Because listen, online money is real, you guys. It's a real thing. This is not pretend. This is really what's going on outside, okay? And I want you guys to be a part of it. I used to hate my 9 to 5, so I quit my 9 to 5. And I want you to realize that you staying in 9 to 5 right now, you might feel trapped or you might not see a way out, but I'm giving you the tools on how to get out. If you really want to be a creator, if you really want to no longer live paycheck to paycheck, if you really want to wake up doing what you want to do, you can do that. This is real, all right? So use the tools that I gave you, purchase the ebook. You can put it on Afterpay or Klarna, it's up to you. Just 4 easy payments of $12.50, not bad. And you will be able to get started on your content creation journey, okay? Sound like a plan? All right, you guys, thank y'all so much for hanging out with me this morning. I hope you guys have the most amazing day. Thank you so much, YouTube. I will see y'all later.